Hello, my name is Bob. I'm making this little video here because I want to tell you about a book I think that every American should read. Actually, probably many people around the world should read. It's a book written by an interesting guy named W. Jiminy Branford III. He was born in Radnor, Pennsylvania, a wealthy suburb, a mainline suburb of Philadelphia. He went to the Army. He got a dishonorable discharge. He wound up in the French Foreign Legion, actually in Dakar, Senegal, where he spent 3 years. When he came back from Senegal, he kind of straightened himself out a bit and wrote a couple of successful books, which I'll explain in a minute. But the purpose of this book here, which is called The Uncommon Reason of Digby Delgado, is a very interesting premise. One of his friends met with this fellow Digby along with a lifelong friend of his called Antoine Ferrand. And they spent a week in Bermuda talking about some of the problems facing this country mainly, and also the world as well. And Digby came up with all kinds of solutions that are practical, logical, common sense solutions. And as Einstein said, you have to keep things as simple as possible, but not simpler. And I think he's achieved that with his discussions on solving problems of our high taxes, for example, in this country, solving the healthcare problem in this country, which is a major issue. I think by 2019, 20 cents of every dollar might be spent on healthcare alone, which is an absurd amount of money, obviously, if you think about it. And then, of course, there's education. I heard this morning that the United States students are about 24th in the world in knowledge of science and about 21st in the world of knowledge of math. Now, it doesn't surprise me. But nevertheless, shouldn't surprise you either. Digby looks at the drug war, and he has a solution on how to end the drug war. In my opinion, it's the only practical approach that will work. He talks about piracy, for example, and has a good solution on how to end piracy in the world on the high seas, and I agree with that too for the most part. He's got some crazy ideas, but essentially he wants to run the world for a year. And a day. He wants an extra day, by the way, to do that, to solve these problems, and he actually manages to get himself in a position to do this through a really crazy set of circumstances. I mean, it's beyond conceptually, it's beyond serendipity, but he does it. He actually does it. And he has a chapter in the book about people, the differences between people in the world, and he talks about the war in Iraq and Afghanistan and Pakistan, how to solve that, how to end that war. Terrorism is discussed. Extremism is discussed. Religious extremism is discussed. He's got solutions to all these problems. And of course, he talks about lawyers in a chapter too. He has a particular interest in lawyers. He feels that the justice system can be improved in this country, and also the ratio of lawyers to general population like you and I, that can be improved as well. And he's got a solution to how to do that. So it's pretty interesting. At any rate, the book is called The Uncommon Reason of Digby Delgado. The Uncommon Reason of Digby Delgado, and you can go to their website. It's www.digbys, D-I-G-B-Y-S, uncommonreason.com, one phrase, no apostrophe. And from what I understand, you can get the book as a whole book, or you can get it on just individual chapters for like $1.99 each or something like that, just to buy a chapter, download electronically, and it's also going to be available in hardcover as well. So I think you'll find it really interesting and probably agree with a lot of the things that Digby has to say and that Jiminy put down on his behalf, and probably some of the things that Antoine said as well. And you may disagree with some of them also, obviously, but some of these things make pretty good sense. I really enjoyed the book. It's got some good reviews too, by the way. You'll see them on the website. Really great reviews. Okie doke, I hope you get it and enjoy it. Bye.